Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Got another one, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just, new to this, man. Trying to figure it out, man. But yeah, we finna just check out some video, man, late night. You know what I'm saying? With your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get to it. Atlanta dad shot merciless after coming to help his daughter who was arguing with her manager. Damn. Let's check it out.
Well, an employee at the Bojangles location in Palmetto sitting behind bars tonight. He's accused of killing a man in the restaurant's parking lot. Officers arrested Maurice Evans on Sunday at the store on Roosevelt Highway. Warrants say that he got into an argument with Dominique Goodman and then shot him multiple times.
Roosevelt Highway in Palmetto, Georgia, Sunday afternoon, a Bojangles restaurant. And in that parking lot, a father is about to die for doing what fathers are supposed to do. Dominique Goodman didn't know that when his daughter called him, scared and upset about a workplace dispute, that he was driving into a confrontation that would end with him bleeding out on the pavement. He didn't know that Maurice Evans was waiting for him, gun ready, mind made up. When the clock strikes midnight, the truth comes out. I'm 12 a.m. crime, and every single day I bring you real cases of domestic violence that turn deadly. The stories the system tried to bury, the victims who deserve justice. If you're about that raw, unfiltered truth, hit subscribe. New case drops every day at midnight. Don't sleep on justice. This is 12 a.m. crime. Let's talk about Dominique Goodman for a minute. This wasn't some deadbeat. This wasn't some absent father who only shows up when it's convenient. Dominique worked at Honda South in Morrow, Georgia, about 20 miles west of where this whole thing went down. And he wasn't just clocking in and out either. The man was their top salesman. His co-workers said it themselves. He was good at what he did. He showed up. He put in the work. But more than that, he was a father, a real one. The kind that his kids could call when things got rough. The kind that didn't send them to voicemail when they needed him. And he had children, multiple children. His teenage daughter, she was one of them. And like a lot of teenagers trying to make their own money, trying to be independent, she got herself a job at Bojangles, the one right there on Roosevelt Highway in Palmetto. Now, Maurice Evans, 25 years old, from Forest Park. He worked at that same Bojangles, same location, same shifts probably. We don't know much about what kind of employee he was. We don't know if he was a good worker or a problem. What we do know is that on this particular Sunday, him and Goodman's daughter, they had a problem. They got into it. An argument. The kind of workplace beef that happens everywhere, every day. Somebody said something. Somebody didn't like how something was handled. Maybe it was about work. Maybe it was personal. The sources don't give us all the details on what started it. But here's what we do know. It got heated enough that this teenage girl felt like she needed backup. She needed her father. So she picked up that phone and she called Dominique. Now picture this. You're at work. You're doing your thing. And your phone rings. It's your daughter. And you can hear it in her voice, can't you? That tremble. That frustration. That fear, maybe. She tells you she's having problems with her manager, with her coworker. Someone at the job is giving her trouble. What are you going to do? You going to tell her to handle it herself? You going to say, baby, I'm busy, figure it out? No, not if you're Dominique Goodman. You drop what you're doing and you go. That's what fathers do. That's what protection looks like. Marlene lately, she's Goodman's relative, his in-law. She talked to the news after everything happened, and she laid it out plain. She said,
I guess her and the manager might have got into it or something like that. So she called her dad, which any child would do. And the dad came up there to see about his daughter.
Think about that. It's the most natural thing in the world. You got a problem, you call your people, you call your family. And if your family is solid, they come. No questions asked. So Dominique gets in his car. He leaves work. He drives from Morrow to Palmetto, 20 miles. He's probably thinking about what he's going to say when he gets there. Probably thinking about how he's going to handle this manager or coworker or whoever is giving his baby girl a hard time. He's probably calm, focused. This is his child. He's not about to let somebody disrespect her at her job. But here's the thing. While Dominique is driving, while he's making his way down Roosevelt Highway, Maurice Evans is already outside. He's not in the kitchen. He's not behind the counter. He's in the parking lot, waiting. And according to what the family heard, according to what witnesses would later tell police, Evans knew Goodman was coming. He was ready for him. Make it make sense. You got a problem with somebody's daughter at work, and instead of handling it like adults, instead of letting management deal with it, instead of just clocking out and going home, you're standing in a parking lot waiting for her father to pull up. With a gun? Dominique pulls into that Bojangles parking lot around 1:15 in the afternoon. Broad daylight, middle of the day. People are inside eating. Cars are going by on Roosevelt Highway. This is not some dark alley. This is not some hidden spot. This is a public place, a Sunday afternoon, and Maurice Evans approaches him. Now, witnesses said these two men got into a fight, a physical altercation right there in the parking lot. We don't know who swung first. We don't know what words were exchanged, but fists were thrown, bodies were moving. And then, in the middle of that fight, Maurice Evans made a choice. He pulled out a handgun. Crime. Maurice Evans pulled out a handgun in that parking lot, and he shot Dominique Goodman, not once, multiple times. The warrants would later confirm it. Multiple gunshots, in broad daylight, in front of a restaurant where people were eating Sunday lunch. Think about what that means for a second. This wasn't a quick decision. This wasn't one panicked shot. This was deliberate. Boom, boom, boom. However many times Evans pulled that trigger, each one was a choice. Each one was a moment where he could have stopped, where he could have put the gun down, where he could have walked away. But he didn't. Dominique Goodman dropped right there, in that parking lot, on the pavement. His family would later have to see him like that. Marlene, lately, the relative who rushed to the scene, she'd never forget it. She told the news. Now he's laying there on the ground, and his family seeing him. You know, it's sad. That's sad. Laying there on the ground. A father who woke up that morning, went to work, lived his regular Sunday, and then got a phone call from his daughter. A father who did what he was supposed to do, and now he's dead in a Bojangles parking lot. The people inside the restaurant heard the shots. People driving by on Roosevelt Highway saw what happened. Witnesses were everywhere. This wasn't some mystery. This wasn't some whodunit case where detectives had to piece together what went down. Everybody saw it. Everybody knew. And Maurice Evans, he didn't run. He didn't jump in a car and peel out. He didn't try to disappear into the surrounding neighborhoods. No. When those shots stopped echoing, when Dominique Goodman's body hit that pavement, Maurice Evans stayed right there, at the scene, guns still on him. So what? You shoot a man multiple times and then just wait around? Make it make sense. The call came into Palmetto Police around 1:15 that afternoon.